To introduce them to you now. We have Deontay Moss, who is co-founder of Life Institute. Thank you so much for coming to talk to me this morning. I appreciate it. And we have the minister, Chris McBrayer, who was also a community activist. Well known around town. I'm very happy to have you with us this morning. I'm really looking forward to some candid, no holes barred discussion about this very, very important issue, because, you know, one of the things that I said last week that concerned me, and I'm still concerned about it, is that this topic is going to go away.
Yes.
And despite the verdict, one of the things that has been made very clear to us is that we need some more discussion about all of the issues that are involved in this particular set of circumstances, and especially as they affect guys like you.
Yes.
So I really hope we can find a way to sustain this conversation as a community. And obviously there's been input from all over. And in fact, I'd like to read you something, if you'll be patient with me for just a second, that President Obama said just last week. He said, "When Trayvon Martin was first shot, I said that this could have been my son. Another way of saying that is that Trayvon Martin could have been me 35 years ago. And when you think about why, in the African American community at least, there's a lot of pain around what happened here, I think it's important to recognize that the African American community is looking at this issue through a set of experiences and a history that just doesn't go away." Would you agree?
Yes.
Please.
Absolutely.
Why?
I feel like he hit the nail right on the head when he said that. I actually watched that. I was sitting down and I watched him come on TV, and I watched that, and I thought he hit it. He couldn't have explained it more better.
Really?
I thought the way he said it was exactly how I felt. I also have some issues with the Trayvon Martin case that I want to get to too.
But you really thought
I thought the profiling is definitely real. I could just remember me being a younger man, and I had dreadlocks, and the dreadlocks was down to my shoulders, and I didn't change. My appearance was still the same, but as I am now, and I have been pulled over like 5 or 6 times when I had dreadlocks.
Yeah, look at we've got the picture on the screen, but actually it's really, I mean, you're looking pretty good there. You got it kind of going on. I like those dreadlocks, but yeah. they really, that was part of what you think caused the police to pull you over.
Yes, because since then I had only been pulled over once, and once they seen that I was a cleaner cut and I had a tie on at the same time, he said, "You're definitely not the guy we're looking for."
Oh wow!
So that to me tells me that there is some profiling when I get pulled over and he comes up to the car and sees that my appearance is totally different from what he expects.
So how does that make you feel, really? So you know that, or at least the statistics say that on average, young black men are pulled over for traffic stops more often, they're arrested more often. Obviously, the population of our jails and our prisons is skewed toward including far more African American males than anyone else. How does that affect your everyday life? How does that make you feel? Either one of you.
Well, obviously, I think it's not fair, but at the same time, I want to say that I don't like how media portrays it. I think when I say it's not fair, it does happen to a lot of black African American males, but at the same time, I think that when we, I want to say this the right way. I want to choose
Just
my
say
words.
it. Just say it.
When I feel like media separates, it makes it a race issue. It's not always, it is a race issue. When you have,
you know, let me say this too while you're trying to get that sentence together. One of the issues that I think is absolutely right on is that media has a real responsibility in how they portray people, because it's a very powerful medium. And so when you continue to describe men like yourselves as being dangerous, or you take what are no more than fashion trends, when you look at saggy pants and make it the sign of a criminal, then I'm right with you. Media does help inflame this.
But I say on the flip side, if we know that, and if we as individuals who wear saggy pants and our hats broken to either side, we should have some type of awareness to know that let me pull them up so that they won't say this about me. Let me change the way I wear my clothes so that I will not be considered that person. And then once it dies down, the media has nothing to say.
But is that where you want to start fighting that fight, really? Do you really want to start fighting that fight at the place where you say the injustice is okay and let me adjust?
Oh, no, not by any means. The injustice.
Because don't we all have the right to wear saggy pants if we want to?
Most definitely, but as a community activist, my job is to handle the justice part, and then my other job is to influence our young men to conduct themselves like young men.
All right, I got that. Yeah. I got that. And there also has to be a conversation here about just survival. I mean, while you're fighting the justice part, you really want to make it through the day as well.
Most definitely.
Would you agree?
Most definitely. It's scary. I'm not even gonna lie. Just the fact that if I'm Trayvon Martin, and anyone knows that I was formerly in the gang, and I'm not really scared of anything, but if I'm walking down the street and it's nighttime and it's pouring down raining, that right there bring in a type of suspicion within itself. So for me to be walking down the street with my hood on, and I really can't, if I look and if I turn around with my hood on, then I'm kind of it's going to look, yeah. So it brings a paranormal to me right then and there. So of course he may have been paranoid to maybe want to respond in a way in which he responded. If the story is actually true, because we still don't know.
We still don't know. How frustrating is that? We still don't know, and we will probably never know. George Zimmerman knows, Trayvon Martin knows, but the rest of us probably will never know. So is Trayvon's experience that experience of being black in Toledo? Deontay, what do you think?
Well, first, before I answer that, I want to say that I have a problem with anybody who supports Trayvon and is in a gang. Anybody who supports Trayvon who is in a gang and carries a gun and represents their neighborhood and shoots our brothers and sisters, in some cases kids.
Yeah, that's what George Zimmerman
in Toledo, because that's exactly what George Zimmerman did. He could say you can say that he was protecting his neighborhood.
You know what? I love that, and nobody else has made that point before today, and I really, really love that. So what you are saying to all of those folks out there who are carrying this Trayvon banner, you need to look at yourself, because maybe you're doing exactly what he did.
That is the problem. That's the problem. I mean, we have it going on.
Thank you for that.
We have it going on right now in our backyard. Literally, just the day of the vigil last Saturday, we had a shooting just literally around the corner on Indiana Street.
That's right. We did.
So if we're going to rally for that, if we're going to rally for Trayvon, and we're going to rally for those type of injustices, we have to, on the flip side, fix our own injustices within our own backyard.
How do we do that? That is like the perennial question. How do we do that? How do we fix our own injustices?
I totally feel that first we can start here by using this Trayvon Martin situation as a pedestal to reach out. The kids are familiar with them, so we take this as an opportunity to start bringing awareness to the young people. Like we're going to do a 2-mile march and rally to stop gang violence August 25th. And then September 7th, we'll be also doing Stand Your Ground awareness walk, which we're going to teach the young individuals how to really, and encourage them to how to stand your ground the right way. And if this bill happens to come, and give them some awareness how we can respond in certain situations.
Okay, all right. What made you decide, Deontay, that gang members? What made you decide that gang members were not doing this the right way? That because they really do, as we have been told by article after article, consider themselves a family, consider themselves, watching out for each other as a family. Why do you challenge them on this?
The reason why I think they do is because one of the reasons I think is because of the media, and I say that with the Toledo Blade. The Toledo Blade has been doing a series of articles about the gang violence, and they've been featuring gang members on the cover of the Blade. Now, is that raising awareness, or is that in the gang members' mind,
wow,
highlighting them?
So giving them what they want.
Yeah.
Giving them what they want. I want you guys to hear this at the Toledo Blade. You know, we've had some conversations back and forth with some of the staff at the Toledo Blade, and these young men are saying to you that what we've actually done by those series of articles is not let people know, but we've enhanced the problem.
How about
we've
this?
highlighted
How
the
about this?
problem.
What the Toledo Blade just did is just opened it up for all those gang members to let the city know where they hang at. So with that being said, instead of them hanging where they hang at, they're smart. They're not just stupid
right. Smart.
individuals.
Very smart
So what
kids.
happens is they're going to change their location to another street. So with that being said, that street probably had grandmama and her grandsons, innocent grandsons that have no idea what the gang is, to now them moving into that area and influencing that young man. So now he grows up at 4 years old seeing all these guys wearing red, blue, or black, or whatever it is, and now he's influenced by that just simply because the exposure of the Toledo Blade. And they're
So
going to
that whole
relocate.
discussion about that gang map really then is irrelevant.
Yes,
It's irrelevant.
The whole article to me was irrelevant. Just think, what was the mission behind it, or what was accomplished in the writings. I mean, it didn't share anything that was new. It didn't give us any answers as to how we can address these guys being in this neighborhood. It just really just exposed them, and that's what they want.
Actually, I fueled them. I believe it fueled them.
You believe it fueled them?
Actually
All
did.
right. Hold that thought, okay? We're going to have to go away for just a second. We got to go away for just a second, but we'll see you on the other side of this very short break.